Alright everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and we've got some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse potential DLC news coming at you today. For those of you guys who don't know, Sergio M3, Sergio the hacker, god, I don't know, but whatever you want to call him, has been data mining information from Dragon Ball Xenoverse since the network test first came out. The very first network alpha stage from months and months ago came out, and he is still at it today. He's finding all these hidden files in the game, all these potential playable characters, all these character models that you shouldn't be allowed to play as, but he is playing as anyway. So if you guys want to see what we're talking about today is costumes, DLC costumes that are going to be unlockable, hopefully DLC. We don't know for sure. We don't know anything yet. But some more stuff that he's data mined out of that. And if you guys want to see that, if you guys want to see the costumes actually in motion in their full effect, if I'm putting them in here, I'm only putting screenshots, and I don't think I'm going to put all the costumes that he's dug up, because he would throw the work to find all this stuff. You guys should go check out his stuff, because he's the one putting in the work to do this. I'm just talking about it and giving my thoughts and whatnot. So yeah, link to his channel, his video is in the description down below. He has footage where he's kind of modded and played with Super Saiyan Gogeta. He has footage of Giru, the little robot. He actually played as the little robot Giru, even though you're not supposed to be able to do that. He has footage where he plays as Super Saiyan Great Ape Baby, a great ape. He has footage of playing with that. So be sure to check out Sergio. Subscribe to his channel, because he's still coming out with new stuff like this almost daily. It's nuts. But no, let's go ahead and talk about the costumes that are in the game today. The thing that's funny about these costumes, before I get into it, is that he was telling me before, there were a lot of these costumes were in the beta, and they were completed in the beta. For example, he was able to hack into the character creation during the beta phase, and he was able to make a Majin Fat character that looked exactly like Mr. Popo, completed with Popo's outfit. However, he says in the full game, Popo's outfit is in the game, but it's not completed. It can't actually be used or seen as a file, but it's there, kind of. It's barely there. Now, what he was able to do is he was able to take the files that he saved from the beta and put them into the full game, to his full game, and now he's able to play with those costumes that, like I said, should be probably coming out as DLC in the future, is our best guess. But some of these costumes we're looking at Popo's costume. We're looking at a form of demon costume. It kind of makes you look like not Nova, but the other one, the Ice, the brother of, like, Nova's brother from GT, the Ice Demon, and you're gonna look like him. Like, he's got the full wings, he's got these horns. There's a whole costume that looks like that. There's the fusion jacket. Gogeta's fusion jacket appears to be what's going to be coming out in DLC. And the thing that's interesting about these, there's a couple other outfits. We have Pan, I think I see Launch. There's Super 17's outfit that could be possible for your customizable character in future DLC. But the thing that's interesting about this is if they wanted to make it DLC, right? If they only gave a shit about making it DLC, they could have just as easily left it in the game. They could have left Popo's outfit and the fused jacket and all these things. They could have left them in the game. If they were already in the beta, even if they're going to make them DLC, there's no reason to take them out of the game and then make us re-download them later, right? Even if, I mean, you know, it's a scummy move, but even if they are selling us content that's already on the disc, even if they are selling us content that's already in the game, they could have done that just as easily. They don't expect people like Sergio to go in and data mine and find what they have on the game and what's going to be, what they guess to be included in the game in the future, right? So what's interesting to me is that they had things like the fused Gogeta jacket, like the Popo outfit, like this big demon costume in the game, and then they removed them. And I don't know if they're doing that, maybe, like, I'm going to contradict myself, but maybe just because they knew we might know, somebody might hack into it and say, hey, these guys are selling this content that's already on the disc. However, my guess for why they would have a completed fused jacket in the game, take it out, and then hopefully sell it to us, not sell it to us, but hopefully put it back in the game again as DLC, would be that maybe these colors might be customizable. Maybe they took them out because they wanted to make these things customizable. And things like the fusion jacket being customizable color would be cool, because if we remember right, I think in Raging Blast 2, the fusion jacket had alternate colors, which could be like green and things like that. So it would be cool to be able to play with the color scheme on the fusion jacket. So if I could put the fusion jacket on my character, make it red, make it green, blue, whatever, that would be kind of cool to me. Now there are some other things that don't make quite as much sense. For example, Pan's clothes are just kind of Pan's clothes. I don't know if messing with the color would be cool there. Also, another costume that I'm seeing here, I'm just kind of letting it roll through so I can see what the costumes are in the background. Tien Shinhan's get up from the original Dragon Ball. That's pretty cool. There's a couple good ones in here. There's a couple really good ones in here. I hope you guys click on the video and check out Sergio with all that stuff. But no, my guess as to why they would take it out and put it back in is either they didn't have room initially. Once the game was completed, and they're like, okay, well, these are going to be DLC anyway. We'll just take them out and then put them up in a patch or a download. or they're going to be customizable colors, and customizable colors would be really, really, really cool. On top of all this stuff that we're seeing here, one more thing is that Sergio was telling me that he doesn't mention in his video, but he was telling me through Skype, is that there were about 5 to 10 new costumes that weren't in the beta that were also as incomplete files on the game, except these ones didn't really have a name. They were just 5 to 10 new costumes that he hadn't seen before, that we have no idea what they are. They don't even have a model for us. So we can expect, there's quite a few different styles here, but I'm guessing these will be between DLC packs 1 and 2. Maybe 1 or 2 of these costumes will be in 3, but 3 is supposed to be super small, so we don't know yet. But over DLC packs 1 and 2, there's probably going to be maybe 10 costumes per DLC pack, and that would be pretty cool, because if you have to look at what we're getting in these DLCs, so far what we know, we're going to get in DLCs 1 and 2, we're almost guaranteed to get more story mode. We haven't heard that confirmed for 2. What we have heard is that 2 is supposed to be just as big as 1. So we're assuming the stuff that we're getting in 2 is going to be pretty much the same stuff we're getting in 1, but different. I know I'm weird and going off on a tangent here, but yeah. So what we can expect from DLC packs 1 and 2, assumably, is more story mode, even more, not just parallel quests, but actual like time vault stuff from the way I understand it. Maybe it is just parallel quests. If it is just parallel quests, I'm not going to be upset. But with how Xenoverse ended, we can kind of expect more time vault stuff is what I'm guessing. I'm hoping for more time vault stuff. So yeah, even more story mode added to the game. We're looking at potentially new characters and things like that. Well, not potentially. We're looking at new characters we already know for a fact that like Kid GT Goku is confirmed among others. And then a bunch of new costumes for sure. I don't know if there's going to be new moves in the game. I don't know if there's going to be any more options like that. I don't know if there's going to be more Z-Souls. We don't know. I mean, the potential for the DLC is actually really nice and pretty big, which is super cool. But yeah, that was going to go ahead, and that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Go check out Sergio because he is hacking this stuff pretty much, like I said, daily. All this stuff that you never would have thought would have been possible in Xenoverse, he is doing, and that is pretty cool. And yeah, what do you guys think about the costumes being DLC? What do you think about them being in the beta and then being taken out? I'm actually, now that I've got myself hyped up for it, I'm going to be upset if the fusion jacket comes in and we can't play with its colors, because I made myself hype for that, even though they never actually talked about it. But my only other guess as to why they would take it off and put it in, if they're not going to change it at all, if they're not going to make it color customizable, my only other guess as to why they would take it off and then put it back in the game is just because they didn't have enough room for it on the final go. And then they just like, okay, we can take this out. It's going to be future DLC stuff anyway. That's my only guess. But let me know what you guys think about the costumes and all the potential for this DLC, the more story mode. If you finish Xenoverse, you understand what I mean when I say there can be more time vault stuff. Xenoverse didn't end open-endedly necessarily, but there can be more time vault stuff, so I'm actually looking forward to that. More parallel quests. What would you like to see in parallel quests? Would you like to maybe get the possibility to play as a Great Ape or something like that? We know Great Ape Baby is probably going to be in there as DLC, thanks to Sergio. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Just all these possibilities. What new moves would you like to see that didn't make it into the game? If there are any moves, there's so many moves in that game, it's almost hard to find one to complain about. Other than maybe like a Super Saiyan 3 transformation, but that's still really far out there. Yeah, I'm rambling too much, but just let me know what you guys would like to see in the DLC and all that whatnot. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out Sergio in the link below. Leave a like if you guys enjoy this kind of thing. As always, I'm Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace, guys.